Let's start off our bear drawing with pencil. That way if we make an oopsie, we can erase. Towards the bottom of your paper, draw a straight line across, followed by a big, rounded rainbow shape. The ears will do a double outline. One curved line, two curved lines. The muzzle of the bear is where the nose goes, and it sticks out of the face a little bit. The nose and a little reflection where the light is bouncing off something shiny or slimy. The mouth and maybe a couple of freckles where the whiskers would go. For the eyes, you can have your bear looking in any direction or give your bear expression with yours. My bear's looking at something off into the distance. Then we'll begin dividing our bear up with two straight lines followed by an X. So we have some geometric triangle shapes happening. We'll keep dividing up into triangles. Nice thing about triangles is you just need 3 little lines. Sometimes you may only have to draw one line to make triangles. Keep these lines pretty big, nothing too teeny tiny here. See how I can draw a straight line and then do a zigzag to complete the triangles? That might work for you. Your triangles might look a little different than mine depending how you divided yours up. Once you're happy with all your pencil lines, grab a marker, whether it's a regular marker or a Sharpie, and begin tracing over all of those pencil lines. If you turn your marker on its edge, you get a much fatter line. If you hold it on its tip, you'll get a thinner line. Make sure you color over every pencil line. You can color in the nose, but leave the reflection white. And you can also do the outer edge of the ear, just to give it a little thickness and a little interest. When erasing your pencil lines, your extra ones that still show up underneath that marker, make sure that your marker has been sitting for about a minute, because as I began to erase, I noticed that it kind of smudged my marker a smidge. So be sure it is completely dry before you start erasing those extra lines. Before we add the texture to our bear, if you want to avoid your arm looking like mine, you may want to take a scrap piece of paper and cover up the part of the bear that you're not working on, unless you like the look of a bike tire running over your arm style. I'm not sure that I did. If you are using a Sharpie marker, this won't be a problem with you because it will dry permanent. Mine was a very juicy Crayola marker and it got all up my arm. Adding the texture to the bear is pretty simple. You can use straight lines, you could use dots, you could use some squiggly lines to make it look like the bear has textured fur. You could even play around with the direction of your lines. You can play around with how long and how short those lines are. If you want your bear to look like he's got longer hair, those lines will be a little longer. Maybe you play around with the direction that they're going, like the triangles that are pointy side up, have them going one direction, and the triangles that are pointy side down, they go a separate direction. This is kind of fun just to play around with. Maybe you end up creating a whole bear family, and maybe you use different colors of markers, and instead of doing an all black bear, you have a all blue bear. Or maybe you do the Roy G. Biv bear family and you have one in every color. So this is kind of a fun way to play with some simple texture just by adding lines to create texture.